What's up, guys? We are back here. Archeage begins, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the tier list created by me. I've put in a lot of hours in this game. I have been number 1 on the server, number 1 in the arena rankings, and so forth. And now, seeing how things have shaken out, let's give you the free-to-play top tier list, top 5 heroes that are, just better all around. So number 1, as no surprise, probably to most people, is Jean. Jean is a free unit that you get in the beginning of the game, but he has a alternate costume already in the game that you can, either purchase for 50 bucks right now, or you can just unlock through progressing naturally in the game. That extra costume, just like we talked about on the rare summons, if you watched that video. So you want to see the tier rankings of the rare summons, it's linked down below. You can check that out. This allows Jean to have additional stats and an additional skill. Kyprosa Courage. So he has attacks enemies within 10 meters of you, front, has 25% chance of a special dragon attacking and freezing enemies. If he's got that costume, he gets that ability just right away for free. And then you can just keep going up this way. You'll notice that Jean's tree is definitely nowhere near as strong as Anthlon's tree. Anthlon is just on a whole different level, but Jean has this additional bonus skill tree that almost everyone else does not have right now. Maybe in the future they will be getting additional skill trees as well, but this right here is the one main reason that it pushes him over the top to being the best free-to-play unit in the game currently. His stats are already actually really good as well. His skill tree doesn't look that great, but just his basic stats and after the gear, he comes up to be a pretty solid hero. So nothing too spectacular on him. We just got him up to the end of 3-star rating. But he does have a solid defense rating, solid, HP rating here, and that's what you're needing as a physical tank. His attacks, nothing to be laughed at. Again, nothing really crazy on his runes. These are, wrong runes. You don't want HP recovery on them. So you can see, definitely I could make my Jean a lot stronger by putting proper runes and whatnot. But overall, he is a solid unit and definitely the best free-to-play unit in the game. Alright guys, that was kind of obvious because of the additional skills. Again, the next unit is another unit that has additional costume available to them, but just not unlocked yet. Melisara has an additional costume available to her. She has an additional skill that you'll notice down here in her... See, this is her costume, but saying preparing. Everyone actually has this tab on their skill tree, but Melissa's is actually in-game supposedly through just story means, which means just by completing the story missions, you're going to unlock this ability right here. And it's almost in the game. I mean, it's on the skill tree, but we don't have any text on what it does yet. It goes up to level 6. So the fact that she's a free unit that is supposedly going to have a free upgrade as you progress in the story mode makes her a solid choice for being one of the best free-to-play units. Her abilities aren't that amazing right now because she does poison damage, or bleeding damage I should say, and bleeding is apparently bugged right now or going off of magic attacks, but she does also have a HP heal on herself, which that is a really good ability. Anything that can self-maintain themselves, heal their abilities, heal themselves, cleanse themselves is a great ability. So between that and then this attack, harsh damage on level 3, pretty good, and her damage output is very strong for a DPS hero, that's exactly what you want. You want DPS to be a strong damage dealing hero, and yeah, she's got the abilities to do it. We're not too sure on what exactly the movement speed does. It looks like it just actually does movement speed, but as more information comes out, maybe this is better. Maybe this actually does work on cooldowns. We'll find out in the future, but as of now, that skill is not really that beneficial, and the bleeding skill is again not that beneficial right now. But overall, the ability to go up to say 5-star plus with the alternate costume is huge. Alright guys, let's jump into that you can use right now, and it is solid, and it's a must-have essentially. This unit is a must-have. you need to have the mermaid chick. You need to have Nadia in your squad because certain levels require Nadia's cleansing ability. If you don't have Nadia's cleansing ability, you're not going to be able to beat that stage unless you out DPS that stage. So specifically, the Legacy of Heroes floor number 9 needs Nadia, and then also floor number 15 needs Nadia. The only way to get around this is by having the rare healer Oscar. Oscar makes it so you don't need Nadia. But if you don't have the rare healer Oscar, you need to level Nadia. She is a must-have hero because she cleanses bleed, poison, dot effects, damage over time effects. She's the only character that does this besides the rare hero Oscar. So she's the only one that can cleanse bleed, poison, burn, and disease. That right there makes her invaluable. And when some of the bosses on the tower are dishing out that kind of damage to you, there's no way to get around it. Otherwise, your hero is just going to die, and you need her. You have to have her. She is the number 3 tier ranking on the heroes. She's actually a solid healer, too. She's got a lot of great heals. Double heal there. Got a passive and an active skill. And then this one reduces enemy heals. Not that great, but it can be useful. You know, if a boss is self-healing or has healers on him, definitely can be useful. Also can be useful in PvP as well. So, Nadia is definitely a unit that you have to have in your squad. Alright, number 4 on the tier list. We are going a little bit more subjective at this point because there's no one else that is standing out amazingly. The rest of the heroes are actually pretty well balanced. But number 4, in my opinion, and based on some of the top tier rankings in the arena, is this little dude. This blue Daru Lupinlulu is a monster in PvP. He has an insane amount of stats. His attack power is stronger than my fully built up 3-star hero that has better runes. He over here doesn't really have that much, attack on his runes. Again, he wasn't built properly. And my other assassin that has attack runes on him, an attack purple rune, he actually already has more attack power. And as being an assassin, a damage dealer, you want attack power. His skills also complement this DPS role perfectly. He has a stun. So stun for 3 seconds. It's not a long stun, but as it levels up to level 5, you get a 6-second stun, which is huge. Definitely not as powerful as Anthlon. No one comes near to Anthlon in power and strength and stunning ability. But as a free unit, this guy is monstrous. Stuns are amazing. He also has Daru Double. This is a really powerful skill for fighting in the arena and even just PvE environments. So he creates a clone of himself that just soaks up damage and takes hits. It also taunts the enemies. And then this ability also reduces your threat value. So he's not going to have any aggression on him. He's not going to have any aggro at all. That is very important because as a damage dealer, you are drawing all the fire of the enemy. And you're hoping that your tank can just absorb and constantly keep threatening and keep taunting those bosses so they don't attack you as the damage dealer. But if your damage is too high, the enemy is still just going to disregard your tank and go slaughter your DPS hero, which having this ability to reset everything is perfect. This is what they want. And then also his other abilities ignore 5% of the damage of enemy's defense and attacks for 9 seconds. Definitely very, very cool. More DPS. He is perfectly built, a great assassin-like character. This is the hero that I highly recommend you grab in the beginning of the game as your free summon. Everyone starts off with an assassin free summon. Grab this guy. He is the definitely best one to have. You can just see him. He's in the top 10. In the top 10, you'll see him occasionally come up there on squads. He's that good. Top 10 players are normally using all pay-to-win players, all pay-to-win heroes, all those rare heroes. But some of them are still using this little dude because he's that good. And now back here to number 5, the 5th best hero, in my opinion, here is Kyprosa. Kyprosa is a free hero that you get in the beginning of the game, and she has a great skill set as a healer. She also makes allies immune to damage equal to 5% of their HP for 5 seconds. Definitely something that you want. This one, as it gets better, So if you don't have Nadia for whatever reason, you might be able to prevent some bleeding and burn effects because of her normal attack. If you level this up high enough, you can probably prevent a lot of dot damage. Probably is the key word here. You can see it can negate up to 20% of dot damage potentially for 5 seconds. She also has some great heals. And then she also has a heal or an increasing allies incoming heal by 35%, 30%, 40%, etc. Goes up for 24 seconds. So she is a super healer in my opinion. She has the ability to cleanse all of the non-bleeding, burning status effects, non-dot status effects. So she can get rid of immobility, slow, sleep, blind, fear, hit list, launch, stun, etc., etc. This is huge. Cleanse is huge. Definitely a great skill set. And she is free. You start off with her. She is a great free unit. Alright guys, these are the top 5 in my opinion. Post your thoughts down below. Post why I'm wrong. Post why I'm right. Love to hear your list of the top 5 as well. I'll do a more full featured list of like power ratings on a 1 to 100 rating of all the heroes together in the future. So that way you can kind of see how I feel the rare heroes compare with the free to play heroes. Definitely the rare heroes are a lot higher, but some of these top 5 heroes do stack up pretty nicely, in my opinion, to those rare heroes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later.